Hello, ladies. Welcome to Freedom from Autoimmune. I hope you've had a beautiful, blessed week, and I'm happy to be back with you this week and join you so that I can share some things to help keep you on the pathway to getting your health back. So, this week, my question for you is: have you been asking yourself the question, why is my energy depleted? And how can I transform this feeling of having no energy into having strength again? Where did my energy go? Is that a question that you find yourself asking yourself frequently, but don't have the answer to the why? That's what I'm going to talk to you about today. But before I do that, I want to kind of go into a story of mine with you to give you a visual of where you can go in the future versus where you maybe are right now or have been in the past, or maybe you're in some type of middle ground with this, but you're looking to fully bring your strength back again. So, I've talked to you before about what I feel is the importance of learning from someone that has been in the situation that you have before and came on the other side of it. So, for me, I struggle with autoimmune disease symptoms for 15 years and then have been in remission for 2 years and still going now. So I've shared some with you guys about my struggle and what that looked like, all the symptoms that I dealt with, how hard it was to find energy to walk up my stairs, vacation with my family, to live my life. But today I want to share more of the other side with you so that you know as you're walking this pathway to find your health and your freedom in your body again, what that experience is more like. I want to share more of that with you so that you just can, hopefully that will help you find freedom to visualize that more yourself and keep you motivated to do that. So the story that comes to mind when I'm thinking about how I used to be and when I first really felt that freedom in my body again and the energy in my body again to do the things that my heart really wanted to do, which for me a lot of times was doing things with my family and the activities that they would do, I just wouldn't have the energy to do. Or if I did push myself and drive myself to do that, then I was just pulling from like a zero empty tank. But this time that I'm going to share with you is different. So I was on vacation with my family in North Carolina, Outer Banks. It's one of our favorite places to go. I just think it's beautiful. It's quiet. You can really have some good quality time with your family there. And I love going to the beach. It's one of the places that I personally find myself just able to feel like that freedom and that pause to be able to breathe and be present. So this was the atmosphere that we were in. The weather was beautiful this day. We were traveling in our car to the Wright Brothers Museum. We had never been to that before, even though we had been to Outer Banks several times in our life, including that's where we got married at along the beach there. This wasn't something that we had done before. So I really didn't know what was there or what to expect or what we would be doing, but it looked interesting. So we headed out, got to the Wright Brothers parking lot, parked, and checked out the little map they had there of things that you could do and places you could go. It was a beautiful day, and saying that, it was also very, very hot. So obviously, when there's a lot of heat, that takes more energy. At this point in my journey, I was already in the process of doing those things that I've learned to support my body and build my health up. I had already been doing those. And even though I was on vacation, I took all the stuff that I needed to take with me to make sure I fully supported myself and my body to continue that process. So I was feeling good about where I was in my body. I was also feeling unsure of what my limits were now because I knew what my limits were before, but in this new space that I was at, how much freedom did I have in my body to push forward more and just enjoy things without having any pain from that? That was an unsure place for me. So we're looking at this map and we're all deciding, my husband and my two daughters, what we're going to do in this place. And we saw the place where they took off. It was kind of a climb. So there's a monument at the top. It's this really big hill. And at the time I called it a mountain because it looked like a mountain to me. And there was like this pathway that kind of wove around, and you gradually went up and up and up. And it was kind of steep until you got to the top of this monument, and then you could just look over the area. So that's what we decided we were going to do. So we headed down the pathway and went to where the entrance is to start to go up this mountain, up this hill, to start this climb. So I'm kind of at the bottom of it, looking up, all these thoughts going through my head, where I used to be, how I feel now. And then just that motivation of, you know what, I can do this. Like, I can feel this. I can make it to the top of this mountain. So I started to climb, and my husband and my two girls, we were all, started this climb, this journey together, really hot, like we're sweating, but we're still enjoying ourselves because it's beautiful surrounding. And I'm noticing that I'm kind of like pulling ahead of my family. I was used to being behind, kind of lagging, trying to catch up, but I'm pulling ahead here. I'm taking the lead, not out of breath, feeling good, starting to take this all in, like this new thing for me that's happening. Starting to feel a little bit good, starting to feel a little bit of power building up in me and reassurance building up in my body for what it's allowing me to do. And it's allowing me to do this because of the support I've given it. So I'm climbing and climbing and climbing, going around this circle. So you get all the way up to the top to where this monument is. And then we all got to the top. And there was just this moment of like quietness and stillness and peace, that I was able to stand at the top of that and just kind of look out at the view and take in the beauty of everything that was around me and what I was able to just do. And at the top of that, at that time, I was flooded with gratitude throughout my body and just very thankful for having the opportunity, which I believe I was guided to from God, on the path of how to get my strength back in my body, how to find the power back inside of me, and the path and doing all the things that led to this moment of climbing to the top of that mountain and looking out at all the beauty that I could see for where we were, and then just seeing my family there. Being present in that moment at that time, that's what it was about for me. That's what I wanted. And I'm sharing that with you because I want you to know that that truth is the same for you. You can do the same thing that I did. The truth is, you need to just challenge yourself and care for yourself as priority. So when you're going through this journey and you're learning these tools and this information, continue to challenge yourself to put yourself first. Last week in my life, I talked to you a little bit about joint pain in the body. And I talked about there's no one fix for a lot of this. There is a learn these tools and techniques and bring them in together as a whole to 100% move forward. But you do need to learn each step and then be consistent with those steps as you're in the process of doing that. It's okay to not know all the answers right now, but tuning in more into truly knowing your body and how it works is where your transformation is really going to start. So last week in my live, I talked about starting to track your body. you doing a case study on your body so that you could find out information about it when it comes to joint pain, and your muscles and, all those things that you were dealing with. So when you are looking at and asking questions of why am I exhausted, start tracking that as well. So the questions are, why am I exhausted? When am I noticing I'm most exhausted? Is there something that I'm noticing really triggers it? When I just really start to feel drained and pulled, and I can feel the like power in my body just start to drop. Is there something that's triggering that? Then take these answers that you get from asking these questions and learning more about your body and continue on the journey so that you can move forward to what your goal is, and you can start to feel better and start to feel that same power that I felt when I was on the top of that mountain. No matter where you are in your journey, you can still find the freedom, keep the motivation to move forward and to stay into that. So if you would like more information about the tracking sheet that I was talking about, just put in the comments below tracking, and I can send you that sheet to help you kind of track your body so that you can fully understand more where that's at, what's happening, and start to put things together. And if you like, after you complete your tracking sheet about your body, and you can do it on the joint pain or you can do it on fatigue, then once you get that done, I can review that with you and we can start to come up with some answers from what we're seeing from that as well. So I hope that when you join me each week, you find this motivating and you're able to take these tools and continue to move forward to feel more strength and feel more freedom in your body, because that's what I want for you. That's what I felt. That's what you can feel. And that's why I'm doing this with you, so that you have these tools and you can do that. Okay, ladies, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful week. I hope that you are able to do all the things that you feel inside your heart that you are meant to do, that you have an unlimited life, and that if you're not there yet, that you remember to come back here every week and keep getting these tools until you get there. Okay.